Ruined King, a League of Legends story, is a turn-based RPG by Airship Syndicate set in the universe of the popular MOBA, in which 6 champions unite to protect Bilgewater from a black mist that threatens to destroy the whole world. Combat is the core of the game. Each character has instant attacks which don't cost mana, and lane abilities, which cost mana and tend to be more impactful. Characters and enemies act according to a timeline system that uses the startup of their attack and the speed of a character to determine whose turn it is. You can influence the timeline by pushing enemies back or shifting your lane abilities to the speed lane, which casts earlier but lowers your damage and healing numbers, or the power lane, which casts slower but is stronger. There are also powerful ultimate abilities that charge up over time and are always worth using once available, since the charge doesn't carry over between fights. In any turn-based RPG, you know you're going to fight hundreds of battles. The question isn't whether it's repetitive, but whether it's fun to repeat. In this case, it mostly is. There are some issues with flexibility. With only 3 party members at a time, the fact that healers are essential to avoid attrition from the long dungeons, and the tank being a really easy way to stay alive, 2 of your slots feel like simple choices. Despite this, the combat was the only consistently enjoyable part of the game. The exploration portion of the game is often just passable. You pick up rewards from the environment, solve simple puzzles, and jog very slowly around dungeons. The greatest enemy of the game is the impassable doors. You're often presented with the fastest way to your destination, only to find it magically locked, forcing you to fight through an hour-long dungeon. It feels pointless and silly to traverse the dungeons. This would be a minor quibble if the story was good, but it's subpar at best. The writing of individual scenes is sometimes great, but the overarching story is cliché and boring, and can be summed up as, "There's a bad guy on that island, go get him," stretched out over 30 hours. Characters say out loud that they've grown and changed, but it doesn't actually feel like it. Plus, most conflict in the game centers around objects of power rather than characters. The final result is a terrible and lengthy plot that League of Legends fans might enjoy, but no one else will. There were a couple of bugs, but the art and music are proficient and charming, and the voice acting is uniformly good. A lot of effort went into making this game good, and the story lets it down, just like Riot allegedly let down women. If you like League of Legends, this game does a good job of giving you more character interactions and cool lore, and the story has some good parts. If you like slick, fun RPG combat, this game is good at that. But if you like a quality story with your RPG and aren't a League of Legends fan, this is an easy one to miss. Ruined King, a League of Legends story, is available now on Xbox, PS4, PC, and Nintendo Switch for $30.